brake light out on my car, and then and asked me about somebody calling me in, and I told him that doesn't make any sense. You know, couldn't be me.
Hey, Mom, let me call you back. Love you guys. Hey, a couple reasons for the stop. One, you got this big crack in your windshield up front there. Your back right tail light. Also, somebody was driving behind you and called you in, swerving all over the road. Huh? Yeah, that must have been somebody else. But
her at my door, and she doesn't even ask me about doing a field sobriety test. She's just, I'm going to run you through some tests. And right off the bat, they're saying, well, yeah, he's really stimmed out, stimulated, just from a brief encounter with me. I mean, their mind was made up from, I believe, before they pulled me over.
I'm missing my daughter's graduation.
Okay, we'll try to make this fast, okay?
What do we do? Go take a drug test?
Yes, sir.
Oh, thank God. I didn't make it by 7. Oh.
And just used my eyes, and I felt like everything that way went really well.
Oh, you performed pretty poorly on the test.
That caller that called in, were they anonymous?
I believe they provided their name.
They didn't by chance be able to capture any video or anything, were they?
I don't know, I haven't talked to them.
What's good, YouTube? It's BB Cast back in with another video and another reaction. And today's video is an update video from the video I posted yesterday of this guy Rusty that got stopped for this false DUI. And in this video, it's going to show the beginning of the stop from where they allegedly said that he was swerving off on the road. And it's going to be with this Officer Goins of the Little Falls Police Department over there in Minnesota. And also, I'm going to play a phone call that Rusty called the Minnesota State Patrol officer Megan Bozer to ask her about like this stop. And you just go see that how she really just didn't care. And then also, this is something I never did before, but I interviewed Rusty too about the situation. He's gonna give his intake on it, give his side of the story and everything that happened from beginning to end. So I really hope y'all enjoy it. But further now, let's get into the video.
I'm behind it.
Come on.
Status valid.
$1900.
17.
I'll be stopping at East Broadway. You think this was the best spot? Can I have you pull like right into this alleyway right here, so we're not on the road?
Okay.
That'd be great. Thank you.
Hey, Mom, let me call you back. Love you guys. Yeah, bye.
Hey, a couple reasons for the stop. One, you got this big crack in your windshield up front there, and then your back right tail light isn't working.
It's not,
or your brake light rather isn't working.
Oh, okay. That's probably why my blinker, I noticed my blinker is blinking fast on me.
Okay, you got your driver's license and your proof of insurance?
Yeah.
Also, somebody was driving behind you and called you in, swerving all over the road.
Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, that must have been somebody else, but...
Oh, okay. Well, they gave your license plate, so...
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. I don't know what that's all about.
Any reason for that, or...?
No, none whatsoever.
Okay.
No.
You got the proof of insurance in here as well, man? Where you come from?
Work.
Okay.
On my way to my daughter's graduation.
Oh, okay. Where's your daughter graduating
Brainerd.
from? Brainerd.
I got a Class A CDL and stuff, so...
Okay. What do you do for work?
Drive, dump truck for Mark Lee.
Okay. All right, man. Here's that bag for you. Just sit tight for 1 second, okay? Seems,
He just seems deal.
Yeah?
Yeah, he's very...
Skinny?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's got a CDL and all that.
What's up?
He's got a CDL.
I see that.
He had a DUI in 21, it looks like.
Can you go up one? Is he on, he's valid?
Coming from Wadena, I would assume, going to his
From Wadena?
going to his daughter's graduation in Brainerd.
Brainerd. He
Brainerd.
missed it. 'Cause he
So unless he's going to that overpass.
Brainerd?
Yeah.
From Wadena, he would have just stayed on 10 to 210.
Yeah,
He
I
would have never
suppose.
ever came this far.
Yeah.
6'4" Brainerd.
I don't know if he works in Wadena or if he just lives there.
Who's the other one in this car?
It's Rusty.
It is him.
Yeah.
Can you add him as my driver, please?
You want to do it?
I totally up to you.
Yeah, that's fine with me. I get off in a couple hours, so or an hour and a half.
Yeah,
So
do you just want to hang tight
yeah,
just behind him?
I'll absolutely hang over.
Absolutely. You don't have any knives, weapons, guns, or anything in there? Yes, that's just fine. Where are you coming from?
I just got work on my way to my daughter's graduation.
Alexandria? High school graduation?
Yep.
Two 1900. SP 64 is going to be on field.
South First Falls. I work right out of Alexandria every day.
How long of a drive is that?
From Elbow Lake, a half hour.
Okay, I'm going to have you stand in front of my grill here,
Okay.
face your car. Any recent brain injuries,
No,
concussions,
no,
tumors,
no,
any lower body injuries that prevent you from walking, or
no.
I won't have you doing any cartwheels, okay? Blind in either eye? You wear contacts?
No.
Okay. Just a couple questions to ask. Have you done field sobriety before?
Yeah.
Okay, so I may do stuff very similar, but I also might do it a little different from the past. I'll explain everything, so you won't be guessing. If you have a question, just ask. Okay. First thing I do is I just take calls. So you just relax. For this test, yes. I'm gonna stand like that. Any questions?
No.
So I tell you when to start, and you're gonna tell me when to stop.
Okay, eyes open, closed.
Eyes closed.
Okay.
Yep. Yep. So I'll tell you when to start. Make sure nobody's coming. Okay, you can begin. How'd you get to 30? Did you count? Did you just guess? Did you? I just asked. Counted in your head?
Was I close?
You're close.
Okay.
You'd be surprised with the answers I get.
Okay.
So you're a little taller than I am, so I'm going to have you have a seat on this chair.
Okay.
Well, I shouldn't say chair, but it'll be your chair for this. What I'm going to do is you're going to follow the tip of my finger with your eyes and your eyes only. We'll be going side to side. Just keep your head exactly straight on, and you're just moving our eyes.
Okay.
Any questions with that?
No.
You said you're not blind in either eye?
No. I can see good.
I got those too. Makes my contacts more expensive. See my finger?
Yeah.
So where you're at right now is perfect. Where your left foot's at, you can take a step off that little lip. There you go. Where your left foot's at, put your right foot in front of that. And stand like that till I tell you to start the test. Keep your arms by your side, and I'll show you exactly what I'm going to be having you do, okay? So what you're going to do is a series of 9 heel-to-toe steps forward, turn around, and do 9 back. And I'll show you exactly what you're looking for, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Once you get to that next step, keep that last one planted. Take a series of small steps, pivoting on that last one. 9 back. 1, 2, 7, 8, 9. Once you start the test, don't stop until we finish. Turning the way I did, hitting that heel to toe, and keeping your arms by your side. Any questions? Okay. Whenever. You're going to raise it approximately 6 inches off the ground, just like mine is, completely flat. Arms by your side, looking at the tip of your toe with your eyes, counting out loud. 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, and so on until I tell you to stop. While you're doing it, try not to sway, try not to hawk, and keep those arms by your side. Any questions?
No.
Okay, and whichever foot you decide, that's fine. You just start whenever, and I'll tell you when to stop. Okay? A little higher, so it'll be about 6 inches off the ground, pointing that toe straight. There you go. Point that toe straight. Keep that level. Like mine. See how it's flat? There you go.
1, 1,000. 2, 1,000.
Looking at that
3, 1,000.
toe.
4, 1,000. 5, 1,000. 6, 1,000. 7, 1,000. 8, 1,000. 9, 1,000. 10, 1,000. 1,000. 11, 1,000. 12, 1,000. 13, 1,000. 14, 1,000. 15.
He definitely did it longer than I could have.
No, you're okay. No need to apologize. Okay, I'm gonna take a pulse again. You can have a seat again.
Those shoes are squishy, so.
Those are good shoes.
They are, but we're trying to.
Mine are pretty solid, man.
Huh?
Mine are pretty solid.
Yeah, these here got such a big pad on them. I feel like I'm standing on a
Do you want to
balloon.
try it with taking your shoes off?
I think I did get enough.
Okay. Just let it ask. Some people want to go barefoot.
I feel pretty confident I passed the sobriety test.
10-4.
Yes, ma'am.
So you're showing a lot of signs of stimulant use beyond a prescribed dosage. So I don't know, if you took it at 6 a.m., right? And took 30 milligrams, you're way too stimmed out right now for that. So when's the last time we actually took an Adderall pill?
$6 a minute.
Okay, so what else would we have that's making you stim?
Nothing. I don't have no caffeine, no pop. I drink bottles of water. Last time I had encounters with the cops, they were at the wrong room. They tased me six cops, tased me 12 times.
You don't play with cops, do you?
Nope.
Just that once?
I didn't fight with them that time either.
Well, if you got tased 12 times, that wasn't very cooperative.
I was face down and got tased 12 times and took a coma.
How long ago was that?
2 years ago.
Okay.
So I get nervous from the cops a little bit.
Yeah, I can get that.
But
But have I
was
ever?
the wrong person, wrong room, wrong.
But I've never given you a reason to be nervous, right?
Well, you already know. You tell me I'm overstimulated, and I just passed
Yeah.
the sobriety test. And
You're making just now. You're getting agitated, which makes me a little nervous.
You're good, man.
Am I getting arrested for DWI? Are we going in, or what
Are
are we
you
going
gonna be
in?
cooperative?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, you are under arrest. Yes, your cooperation it means large. Okay.
Appreciate it, man.
I am gonna stack it so it's a little bit more comfortable.
Okay, so I'm missing my daughter's graduation.
Okay, we'll try to make this fast. Okay.
What do we do? Go take a drug test?
Yes, sir.
Oh, thank God. I didn't make it by 7. Oh, I can pass the drug test.
Okay, but the thing is,
Yes.
do you have somebody that can come get you? Because if I'm arresting you for a DWI,
Oh, I'll pass your drug test.
no, sir. So what's going to happen, and I'll explain it to you, is we have to go in for a DCA drug test, which I don't get the results for today.
So I'll be in jail overnight?
Can you just listen for
Yes.
1 second? Are you going to be cooperative the entire time?
Yes. Can I get my wallet? Can you give me a
I'll
wallet, please?
grab all your wallet and stuff.
I can't even call my daughter and tell her I'm not going to make your graduation. Oh, my
Try to
God.
relax here, okay? Can you face your car for me?
1900.
Am I going to be in jail overnight?
Well, typically, yes, you would be. But we're going to see
I
how
have no drugs.
cooperative you are.
I'm going to pass every drug test you got. I have 0 drugs in me.
Okay.
No pot, no coke, no meth, no nothing. Just an Adderall.
Okay, have a seat. You want to bring your sunglasses with, or you want me to leave them in the car?
I don't know. Ouch.
Yeah, try to relax. Now I'm going to turn some air on for you, okay?
Yeah, he was kind of jerky. He didn't cross over any lines when I was behind him.
Yep.
But he, like jerky little,
Yep.
which makes
yeah,
sense.
So ours has, the collar had them all over.
Do you want help searching?
Yeah, sure. I usually do not tow, because we're in the middle of
Yeah, it's a public roadway.
Here's Adderall. He's not taking it.
No.
He's got a pill and a half.
What was his pulse?
First one was 118. Second one was 124 or 6. I don't know.
And Romberg, I didn't time his-
35.
Oh.
He was fidgeting that whole.
Oh my God, yeah.
So did you see during HGN his fingers on his leg too?
Yeah. I think, yeah. What is this? Is this a shovel? Yeah. I saw that too. But he stopped right in the middle of 27 when I stopped him. I was trying. Yeah, I was. So that was before I even stopped and talked to him. I said, just move. We were like right here, right in front of this alleyway. I'm like, just pull in the alleyway.
Okay. Yeah, it's.
And
I went by.
and then I walked up here and I was like, oh.
Yeah.
There's a whole shovel back here. What?
He was diabetic.
Yeah, he said he took metformin. Is it metformin?
But it doesn't have.
Cherry stone grits. Contains crushed quartzite rock. Crystalline silica.
These officers must enjoying their time just going through this guy's car.
Smells wet in there.
Yes, it does.
Here, let me hold a flashlight for you. And you can just use both hands.
Can you hold this key then too?
Yeah.
That is better. If you tried to.
I'll write a brief
fix
little
that
report.
one. Yeah, just. We have all the caller information and everything.
Yeah.
I'm just going to document on body camera that he is not taking as prescribed. It says take 1 tablet per month per day. Over the 30 days, you got a pill and a half. I'm going to grab his insulin. I never have cash on me. Never have cash. Tavern.
Please.
So I'm just going to, we're going to get going and we're going to get
I swear to God, I've done no drugs, please.
So I can't. We're under arrest for DUI. But do you want to call somebody quick to let them know you won't make it? It's fine. Do you want to do that or do you want to wait?
Yes, call someone again.
Great question. Not before attorney won't be appointed to no cost. So now I'm going to ask you questions. Explain everything so at least then if you answer a question, I read you that. When was your last DUI? Was it within 10 years?
2019.
19, it is 24 now. Okay, so we're within 10, so it would be a 3rd degree DUI. You're still not required to see a judge. Okay? So I'm not going to make you sit all night. But can somebody come get you at 7 in the morning to get you to work? Well, you can't drive because I'm arresting you for being impaired while driving.
I promise you, I'm not impaired.
We're impaired by prescription medications.
I'm not impaired. I drove a semi all day.
Okay, but I'm just telling you what you're under arrest for and what I see are the signs of impairment.
I ran out of my Ozempic yesterday. My blood sugar's probably high.
Okay, so even that's not going to cause what I'm seeing. But I did bring your, I think you have insulin, right? Or you have something? What was in that little thing with a finger prick and it looked like a blood sugar testing and it looked like one thing of, was that Ozempic or was that insulin?
Was that it? Yeah, no, that was my last. I get my prescription filled up.
Okay, and we can have the hospital check your blood as well. But I'm
You're not going to find nothing in my system other than my Adderall, and you're not going to find a high level of it. You're going to find it within normal range.
Okay, then that's what we're going to find.
Well, I still get DWI out of that?
You're under arrest for
I'm going to lose my CDO for this or what?
So this is one.
It's my job.
I know. So the blood doesn't come back for like 2-3 months. So everything stays as is for 3 months. Then you can take it to court. You can fight it in court. You can do whatever. But that's the process that goes.
How long will it take for you to release me? I can't drive my car out of here.
Absolutely not. I just arrested you for DUI.
I'm not going to make your graduation.
No, we're not making your graduation tonight. So that's where we're at now. We try to make this as fast and smooth as possible. I know. So move your knee in, okay? Okay. So you didn't want to give me, or didn't want to do the passport to your phone, which I'll switch out through.
He's got shady stuff on there.
Oh Lord, Father, just help me right before God, please.
And in this video, this is Rusty calling State Patrol Officer Bozer, getting more explanation of the situation. You just gonna hear in her voice how she was really not caring for this guy.
Here, hold on 1 second. So it was, obviously it was more than just one thing. It was almost everything put together. So I don't, obviously everything.
I mean, did I do pretty good on the field sobriety test stuff?
No, you did not. Nope.
I didn't.
No.
Oh.
So that's why all of that put together, that is why you were under arrest for DWI.
Okay, I didn't know if it was that last one where I had to keep my foot 6 inches off the ground because I only got to 15,000 there, and I said I think I've done good enough, and I don't know if I mentioned to you about the neuropathy in my feet that day from the diabetes, but that's why I got these shoes and stuff. So
Okay.
I felt like I feel like I kept my head pretty still and just used my eyes, and I felt like everything that way went really well. And
no, you performed pretty poorly on the test, so that's obviously additionally caused the arrest as well. So.
Okay. So can I ask, when they send that blood work in, will it come back with a level of? Will they be able to know that I'm taking my prescription as prescribed, like I'm not abusing it? Will they be able to determine that, or will it just be a positive or a negative?
We did blood, so I believe there should be levels as far as what therapeutic levels would be. The BCA is the one that would decide that or testify to that.
Okay.
I'm definitely not a doctor, but.
All right.
Yep.
Yeah. So no, I don't know if the jailer told you, but yeah, I went to sleep right away when I cried myself to sleep. Took about 20 minutes, and I was out. So.
Then they.
But, I mean, I just want to tell you that I wasn't trying to pull a fast one on you or anything. I have never abused my Adderall, and I did have my medication at 6 a.m. that morning, and that's that. So I don't know about no swerving all over the roads or anything. That caller that called in, were they anonymous or?
Nope, I believe they provided their name.
Okay. They didn't have, by chance, be able to capture any video or anything. Were they were able to provide any proof?
And I don't know. I haven't talked to them, but.
Oh.
It looks like I do have a crash that I have to go to. So as far as that, your attorneys or whoever you decide to go with, they'll be able to access all that, okay?
They will. Okay. Do you know when the county attorney will have all that stuff?
I do not know. Nope. But they'll be in contact with you. But I have to go, okay?
Okay.
Alrighty.
All right. Sounds good. Be safe. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
All right, y'all. So I got Rusty with me right now, and he's going to explain his side of the story and everything that transpired that night. Rusty, would you like to explain what happened?
Okay. Thanks for having me on your channel here and for showcasing my video. I really appreciate it and the support and encouragement that I'm getting from your fan base there. I just like to start off by saying thank you for that. I just got off of work and I went to Walmart and got a new outfit and for my daughter's graduation and took off I tried to get into a couple hair places quick. I wanted to get my hair done so it looked nice and whatnot. But anyways, I get headed out towards Brainerd from Alexandria, and coming into town, I see the cop light me up and I pull over. He tells me I've got a cracked windshield and a brake light out on my car, and then and asked me about somebody calling me in. And I told him that doesn't make any sense. Couldn't be me. And I almost felt like for a minute that the little false cop was just going to kind of let things go. But then this other officer shows up, and of course she doesn't come in from the back alley. She comes in forward facing. So I got cars behind me, cop in front of me. I'm a little nervous about it. A couple years ago, cops were called to a motel that I was staying at, 4 Points Hotel, and by Mall of America there. I was in one room. In the room next to me, they were called for a disturbance there. They came and knocked on my door, wrong door, and I ended up getting tased 12 times by 6 cops, face down, handcuffed. I get pretty put into a coma over it, and so I get kind of nervous around the cops, and you can kind of see my nervousness in this video.
That's one thing I explained definitely in the video when they were saying how you were shaking and stuff, and I'm just sitting here it's just because he's nervous because you're about to miss your daughter's graduation, but I know imagine being a father, how important that is to you.
Oh, very important. Yeah, I mean, I was all excited, and I work hard. I work 70 hours a week driving a commercial vehicle for a living all day, and I never have any issues and stuff. And these officers are just, it was May 31st was the date of this. I meet her monthly quota or what it was there, but it wasn't right.
She was really determined just to take you to jail. She wasn't even trying to consider anything.
No, not at all. No. In fact, she has a brief encounter with me that lasts about a matter of seconds before going and talking to the officer and his unit there, and right off the bat they're saying, well, yeah, he's really stimmed out, stimulated, just from a brief encounter with me. I mean, their mind was made up from, I believe, before they pulled me over.
And it was just also like, she was pointing out how you was like overstimulated. And then one thing that like stuck out to me too is that when they were saying that you weren't on your way to the graduation, but I'm sitting here thinking like, don't y'all see him in his work clothes?
Right, yeah. Work clothes. I got, as you can see, the clothes I got with me in my car, and then to add to the nervousness of it, she has this other cop, and I'm pulled over for a cracked windshield and a tail light. And next thing I know, I've got a cop standing over my back shoulder on my passenger side of my vehicle, and her at my door, and she doesn't even ask me about doing a field sobriety test. She's just, I'm going to run you through some tests, and normally, I watch enough of these videos and the constitutional rights stuff that I know not to answer questions, but I just had something very important going on. I wanted to get on my way.
Yeah, that was like one thing I had in my head too. That was like thinking, like, I felt like that you knew that you didn't have to do it, but you were just trying to do it just to kind of hurry it up to like make it fast so you can make it to the graduation.
Right, that's exactly what it was. But if these cops aren't on some BS and they're really just following up with a call, just ease their minds, let them see that I'm sober, that there's nothing to worry about, and we'd be on my way. I wasn't going to turn this into something it wasn't, but apparently their minds were made up before they stopped me.
That was like the sad part about it. Like, that's how I knew like she really wasn't believing you, because like she just kept asking you over and over again, so how many of the Adderall did you take, or what did you take after? And it's crazy because as soon as like you blew zero, usually like, okay, they'll think, but she just kept on just trying to find something else. It just kept trying to think of anything.
So yeah, I was just really excited. I was supposed to be crying tears of joy that day, and instead I ended up crying tears of pain that will be forever. Me and my daughter actually, because I have a history with addiction, and she had a hard time believing me when I told her I wasn't making it, that I was in jail for DUI. She had a hard time believing me that she thought I relapsed, and it took a year for me to get discovery on this and send her the video, and she had to talk to me for the last year, since May 31st to just now. My daughter hasn't spoke with me, and this graduation was a big deal because it was a little bit of time before that, sometime had gone in between, that she still hadn't spoken. We hadn't been in touch with each other because of my past addiction stuff. She wanted to see me clean and stuff, and that's what I've been working on since July 7th, 2020.
It was like the officer, she really just messed up like your career and your personal life too for that period till you got the video and everything. But as far as the career part, I know like that would be like a challenge.
Oh yeah. I've lost my CDL as of right now for a lifetime, and I got to fight that all in the Minnesota appeals courts, which were due for oral arguments, I believe, beginning of June. Briefings have both been filed by my attorney and by the state attorney. So
and how long did it take before you got the results back?
She told me 3 months, but I believe I got them back in about 40 some days. It was about a month and a half or 2 months I got the results back. And those results confirmed my Adderall, no other substances, no other drugs, and my level was 0.034, and I'm prescribed 30 milligrams a day, so that it was right where it was supposed to be.
So did the DUI, you're still going through the process and everything, right? Still for it?
Yep. So when I showed up for the contested hearing to fight for my driver's license, I have to, when the civil part, and then there's the criminal part. Well, they never filed criminal charges till recently. But the civil part, I had to say, hey, I want to keep my driver's license during this process. So we went to a contested hearing, and my attorney felt like we just needed to show up and show the BCA toxicology that confirmed my level was within therapeutic range and a valid prescription. And we showed up there with both of those. Plus, I testified that at 6 a.m. I took 130 milligram pill as prescribed. They only gave us 8 minutes of her dash cam video of me doing the walk and turn test. There's 8 minutes there. That's it. That got put into discovery. And she testified that on the one-legged stand, I was so impaired that she had to stop the test for my safety. Which we seen in this video in the new discovery that wasn't the case at all. She said I had bloodshot eyes. I didn't have that. There's so many lies at the contested hearing that she did. I kept cutting her off, not letting her finish her questioning. She says I stopped stopped in the middle of my walk and turn test, that I stopped in the middle of it. She testified to that. She testified to me having to readjust my foot after I stuck my left foot in front of my right foot in front of my left foot, and that while she was giving me instructions, I had to readjust my footing. I never did that. She testified that, you know, lots of lies that she said at the contested hearing, and the judge ruled on that. So we appealed it, and now we're in Minnesota State of Appeals, and I'm hoping that somehow we can get all of the evidence there. But my attorney says we still just need to show the toxicology to show that I'm within limits, and that I took me testify that I took it as prescribed that day. How I end up with half a pill shouldn't even be in question if my levels are right.
That was like another thing too, like when she was like talking about how many pills like you had in your body. It was just another sign like she was really trying to like get something on you, because she just had to get you arrested for something.
Yeah, just had to. And a lot of it, I think, is she might have really felt like looking at my car, looking at me, like she was going to find something in my car, and she just wanted to use that inventory search rule, because she's going to impound my car, as a way to have probable cause to search my vehicle and find something further, which they didn't find. She found she testified in court at the contested hearing that she believed I snorted a half a pill that evening to get me as intoxicated as I was. Her, what she thought I was or whatever. So
just really trying to get you on something. Like I cannot believe that. At first I thought she was really trying to play like the good cop, because she was like really trying to work with you as far as getting you out on time, but it's like you really arrested this man for nothing. I don't know why you're trying to play nice now.
Yeah. Oh, that whole part where she says, "I'm doing you a huge favor," but oh man, it took everything. It took the grace of God in me to stay calm and to remain respectful and everything, Darren. I tell you that.
I don't know anyone that could really just be as calm as you was. I know a lot of people that they definitely would have acted out. I'm really sorry that you had to go through this, and you losing your CDL also, and trying to like really get your life back together. The test results came back and you're still fighting for this. And that's the end of that video. My take on that, it's just really crazy of a situation. The fact that happened, the fact that state patrol officer really ruined Rusty's life when it came to his personal life, which thankfully he got that back. But when it comes to his career, he can't get that back. And also they made him get an interlock breathalyzer that he has to have on his car for 3 years, and he had to pay $500 for it. And it's just crazy, because this really could have been avoided if this state patrol officer had some common sense. And this is the end of this update. It's still an ongoing active investigation. He's still going to court to fight this, and just stay tuned for any all updates in the future. Because of all this, and because of the situation that he was put in, he's been experiencing some financial difficulties and needs some support. And here's his personal cash app where he will receive any and all donations, and the links for those will be posted down below in the description. Any support is greatly appreciated. Like, going through this type of situation is not easy. I'm just praying and hoping that the best does come out of this, and I will keep y'all updated as time goes on. That's my take on it though. Let me know what y'all think about the comment section. Make sure to like and subscribe, and y'all have a wonderful day.